Good morning, Crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and I am back today with another installment in the Oh So Inspired collaboration here on YouTube. Today's card was actually inspired by a scrapbook page. It was a digital scrapbook page that I pinned years ago on Pinterest. At the time, I was looking to get back into scrapbooking photos, and I really liked the layout of that page. And the last couple times, if you've been following us, I used a card as inspiration, and we had 1 to 2 collaborators who made other items using those cards as inspiration. And Pink Glitter Scrapper inspired me to choose a scrapbook layout this time because she had been making the cards into scrapbook pages each time. So I thought, why not give it a try in the reverse? So I sent the pin out to all the collaborators, and they were to make any kind of craft they wanted to from it. So I'm not sure if we'll see some more scrapbook pages today or if we'll see cards. I am very anxious to find out right along with you. I will put that pin below. Now it is actually linked to, I believe it's American Crafts digital scrapbook store. I don't know that that's in business anymore. It seems to have been shut down. Their blog hasn't been updated in a couple years, but you can still go check out that pin. And what I'd also love you to do is go check out all of the other wonderful collaborators who are joining me today. We do have a new YouTuber joining us. I hope you will go check her out. I'll have her channel with a little star by it below, just so you know that she is new. If you will follow all of the links below in the description, I would love it if you'd give everybody a thumbs up and leave them some love. Let them know what you thought about their project. Before I show you the process of my card, I thought I would give you a quick look at it, and I think as you go through the process video and after you've seen the pin, which I'll insert the picture now. Alright, so that's the pin that inspired. So I think as you see me going through working on my card, you're going to kind of see where I got the inspiration for my card layout. I hope you'll watch my process video, and I'll talk to you again at the end. All of the pattern papers in today's card are from Recollections Midnight Garden Collection. What I did was just flip through the paper pad and pulled out any sheets that I thought might look good on the card. Once I had the pattern papers picked out, I went ahead and trimmed them down to a smaller, more manageable size. These I'm going to end up cutting down to 5.5 by 4.25. I have been eyeing this paper pad at Michael's for quite a while now. I just love the different shades of blue and pink in the papers, and then of course there's always the metallic gold, which I like. The piece that I just cut with the gold metallic polka dots, the background is like a really dark navy. It's so pretty. Now that I have all of my pieces cut down to a good size, I just kind of put a few together to see what I thought about how they would look on a card. It might look like I'm trimming nothing with my trimmer, but I really do have a piece of clear cardstock there that I cut down. I'm going to be using this for my card base today. I just love clear cardstock on cards. If you would like to try out some clear cardstock, make sure to stay tuned until the very end for a chance for you to win some. What I am doing here is cutting a smaller card to go inside of the clear card base. The card right now, when it's folded, it is 5 1/4 by 4, and that leaves just a little bit of an edge. And once I cut that, I decided that was too big because you couldn't see the gold dots. So I ended up making the little card inside fold to 5 by 3 3/4, and that way you can see more of the gold foil dots on the background. The original inspiration piece had 6 long strips on it. Because of the size limitations of the card, I did just cut 5 pattern paper strips for my card, and each of them was 3/4 inches wide. And here I am just working on getting them laid out with even borders around them. I didn't know at first how long I wanted to cut them, so I played around with the length. I started out trying out 3 inches, and then 2 3/4, and then I finally decided to make them 2 1/2 inches long, and then I went and cut every one down except the 4th one, and that's the one that's going to stay longer. Once I had the other 4 pieces cut, I wanted to make a little banner end at the end of my long piece, but then oops, I forgot to leave the top out of the punch. Once I made that little mistake, I decided I would use this lighter pattern paper for that 5th strip. If you notice in the original inspiration, there was 1 strip of photo that was in full color and the rest were in black and white. So I thought this would just kind of add to that effect. I kept again playing around with the length of this piece. I cut a couple of them before I decided to just cut the banner end and leave it as long as possible for now. One thing I like to do when creating a clear card like this is put elements on the front of the clear card base as well as on the card on the inside. I like how it gives it some added dimension, so I decided to put the lighter colored pattern paper on the outside of the clear card base. Once I had all of my pattern paper strips cut, I went ahead and started adhering down my smaller pieces on the front of the inner card. And I did make sure that I was going to leave space for that longer one to go on the front later. If I could go back and do one thing differently with this card, it would be that I would not have already adhered the inner card on the inside. You'll see why later when I go to heat emboss. Once I got my lighter colored pattern paper strip adhered to the front, I decided that needed a little something more. So I pulled out my white and gold twine, wrapped that around the banner 2 or 3 times, and just tied a knot. I thought this added some texture to the front, as well as it pulled in the gold metallic dots from the base pattern paper. For the happy birthday sentiment on the card, I am using my Happy Stamp and Cut set from Hero Arts to create that. Here I am stamping and gold embossing the word birthday on the inside. You'll see me use a brush here to just brush away some of the excess embossing powder. Now what I didn't show you there was I stamped it once and embossed it, and like half of the powder flew off the word birthday. Then I had to eyeball it and re-stamp and reheat emboss the word birthday. Now if I wouldn't have already adhered that inside of the card, I could have fixed it a lot more easily. I die cut the word happy from gold cardstock, and once I had all of those insides pushed out, I did use my favorite adhesive tool for die cuts, my little Xyron sticker maker, to get adhesive onto the back of the word. Now there's still always just a little bit of adhesive left in those small openings, so I do pull out my adhesive eraser and quickly go through and get the extra glue off. Once I adhere the word happy to the front of the clear card base, my oh so inspired card is complete. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little look at how I created my card for today. I've said some of the stuff throughout the process of when I was going through it, but I just wanted to point out a few things here at the end again. The layout, of course, they had that one banner that was, I believe, a color photograph, whereas the other parts of the photo were in black and white. But they had that one banner that was a little bit lower. Instead of just moving mine down, I decided to make my banner taller. I had wrapped some gold and white twine around that. And I used the Happy Stampin' Cut set from Hero Arts again for my card today to die cut the word happy out of gold cardstock, and then on the inside to stamp birthday and gold heat emboss it. I did share on the video how next time I would probably do that differently. But I like when this card stands up, which I'll insert a picture of it standing up now. When the card stands up, I like that there's a whole bunch of layers. You know, you have the word and the banner on the front of the clear card. And then on the inside, you have the next layer. When I do a clear card, I like to make a card inside because that way my personal message to the recipient won't be showing from the front of the card. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more private. On the back side of the clear card blank, I just put some of that, I think it's a really dark navy and gold dotted pattern paper. Again, this paper is from the Midnight Garden from Recollections. It's one of the $20 paper pads at Michael's. It's not the hot buy pads though, where sometimes they'll sell them for $5. I had been looking at it for a while and I didn't want to pay $20, but I was able to get it at 50% off not long ago, so I went ahead and picked that up. I have a little challenge for you if you are still watching. What I would like you to do is make a video of how you were oh so inspired by that pen. You can make any type of craft that you want. Your video can be as simple or as extensive as you want. You can just say, hey, this is what I made, link to this video to be entered. But you can also do a process video like I have done today so you can see how I make the card. If you want to join my little challenge, I'm going to send one winner a 10-pack of the blank cardstock bases. So you'll be able to make your own clear cards. These are something I used to sell online years ago. I don't know, probably about 10 years ago. I had a little site called Sheet Load Shortcuts, and I used to sell clear and frosted card bases. Maybe one day I'll pull out a frosted card and make something from that for you. But I just love the way the clear cardstock works, and you could use it for cards like this, or you can cut it apart and just use it for shaker windows if you want to. But I will be sending out 10 pieces of 5.5 by 8.5 inch clear cardstock. And I think I'm gonna have to keep this to US only. This can get kind of heavy, and lately whenever I send international, it is outrageous on the shipping. So I am sorry about that. You are gonna have to be US to enter this challenge. I would like you to be 18 years or older. That way I'm not sending a prize package to a minor. And let's see, today is May 15th. I'm going to give you until June 15th to upload your video and link back to this challenge video, okay? So, one participant who makes a creation on their own and links back here by June 15th you are going to win 10 clear card bases. Now, if you don't make videos, but you still want to enter the challenge, I am going to say, okay, here's what we do. If you make a creation and make a video, I'm going to give you 6 entries into the drawing, okay? If you cannot or do not make YouTube videos, but would still like to join us, this is what you can do. I would like you to go ahead and make your creation that is inspired by the pin today that we used for our hop, and I will give you 3 entries. But what you're going to do, you're going to have to email me a picture of what you created. My email address is callmecraftyal@gmail.com. That's also in the description below. So if you want to join but don't want to make a video, 3 entries if you email it to me. Now, I still need to receive that email by June 15th, and I'm hoping then when we're back for next month's Oh So Inspired that I can announce the winner. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those below and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, I appreciate thumbs up and comments. I love each and every one I get, and I do try to answer or reply to every comment that I get. Sometimes it takes a bit, but I do try. So I hope you enjoyed my little video today, friends, and hopefully I've inspired you to create something on your own. Hope you're having a crafty day. Thanks. Bye-bye.